All right, shalom, boys here. Well, heading back from Nashville, and let me tell you, it's amazing the things that you see in the city. But one of the things that stuck out to me the most was gas prices. Now, when I left on Wednesday to go into Nashville, I noticed that gas prices was about $2.60 a gallon. And as I head back, we're noticing that gas prices have gone up significantly over the past 2 days. You're talking about, I'm seeing just on the road here, as I go by, gas stations on the highway, damn near $2.99 a gallon. And what is this signifying? What is this telling you? Gas prices is going up. Food prices is going to be going up. They're already going up, and they're going to go up more. We just now spent trillions of dollars more to bail out the pensions for the railroad workers. We just now spent billions of more dollars of your tax dollars to send out to Ukraine so that we can fight wars in foreign lands. And you're paying for it. And this brings me to the simple observation that as the economy continues to decline, as the price of the normal goods and services that the average American purchases on a daily basis continue to go up, there's not going to be much room for charity. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the enablers. Because, see, you have a lot of people that are just flat out fiscally irresponsible. And what this economy is going to do, what these high prices are going to do, is people are going to think about themselves. They're going to start to scrutinize people even more so to say, well, should I give to this organization? Should I give to that organization? Should I give to this person? Should I give to this person? Because, see, everybody got their hand out today. Everybody want a handout. Everybody wants something for nothing. Everybody want to bawl and squall and get on and murmur and gripe and complain about choices and decisions that they made. And when shit hit the fan, they want you to be benevolent. They want you to be compassionate and help them out. Now, sure, are there people that sincerely need help? Absolutely. Absolutely. And those are the people that have a sincere heart. You have people that are, just a series of unfortunate events. But then you have people, which I've personally seen, the majority of the people are in the bad financial situations that they're in as a direct result of their own poor choices and decisions. And what's going to happen now as we go forward is that there's not going to be any money to enable people, i.e. People are in bad situations, and the only reason why these people continue to live and continue to sustain themselves is because the enablers, I call them collaborators. Now, a collaborator is somebody who colludes with the enemy, posing to be your friend, but they're colluding with the enemy. And they're collaborating with the enemy for some type of benefit. And this is what you got going on. I don't distinguish an enabler from a collaborator. They're one and the same in my book. Because, see, when you enable people to do wrong, when somebody does wrong, you know that they're doing wrong. And then you turn around and you enable them, you support them anyway. You've become a part of the problem. You are a part of the serious problem that we're having in the day, in this hour that we're living in. Because you got too many people that want to give people pass after pass after pass after pass after they've made poor choices and decisions time and time and time again. They want to be able to receive a pass with their little sorry ass sob story, and they want you to bail them out. And see, when the enablers, and this is the beautiful thing, this is why I love high gas prices, this is why I love high food prices, this is why I love high commodity prices, because it's going to break the backs of these enablers and these collaborators. Because see, people are inherently selfish in this world. All they're thinking about is themselves. Even the enablers and even the collaborators. A lot of reasons, or one of the main reasons why people put up with this shit is because they themselves want a limited amount of passes. They want to be able to go out in the world, jack their life up, and then when it comes time, they can say, well, I want somebody to help me and enable me because I've done the same thing. People know when people run it dirty. You know, people know when people live in foul, but they turn a blind eye. We have an epidemic, especially in Israel, people turning a blind eye. Seeing iniquity and then turning a blind eye and not wanting to do anything about it. You know, the biggest thing that you can do is just withdraw your resources, withdraw your time, your energy, and your effort from these people and let them fall. Because we learn obedience through the things that we suffer. And there's a lot of people out there that they haven't suffered enough, but suffering is coming. They say, you know, I mean, the economic data is here. And again, it depends on your perspective. Me, 2023 is going to be a very beautiful year. But for the vast majority of Americans, it's going to be a year of hurt and pain because many of you out there, you're going to lose your jobs. Period. You're going to flat out lose your jobs. And then when you lose your job and you're underwater in your home or you can't pay your rent, you're going to lose that too. And then when you can't put food on your table, you're gonna lose it all. Because the American people and in Western society, we have a pride issue. And the Most High is gonna break the backs of you average Americans out there because you failed to hearken and you failed to see the forest before the trees. And now you're gonna suffer. And this is exactly what's going to happen. This is what's happening now. People destitute. You know, I say over and over again, you know, you're doing pretty good if you got a stable roof over your head. You got some food in the freezer. You got some heat, and you can pay some bills. You are a blessed individual at this point in time. Because a lot of people, you know, we're talking about California, right? You get reports of miles and miles of people in tents in California. Miles and miles of people that are struggling in California, in New York, and all up all up the eastern and western seaboard. Because there's nobody there to enable them anymore. The stimulus checks are gone. You ain't getting no more stimulus checks. The bailouts and the PPP loans, they're gone. And see, a lot of people, they were fronting on stimulus checks. You know, it's sad. They were fronting on PPP loans. All that's gone now. And all you got left is a whole bunch of sorry ass people wanting handouts and bailouts. But guess what? I look forward to $5 a gallon gas. See, people, when I talk like this, people think I'm crazy. People be like, you want $5 a gallon gas? Yeah, I want $5 a gallon gas. Because it's going to break the backs of some prideful people that I know. They're already broke. And they're going to be broke more. Because, see, this is what has to happen in order for people to wake up. The enablers are going to get crushed because they're living hand to mouth themselves. See, a lot of people, they don't give, or charity goes down in times of tough economic times. Yeah, it does. People don't pretty much give too much. So the people that are falling or are failing, they're going to continue on this slide. There's nothing that can be done outside of the choices, the decisions, and the directions that they've taken for themselves. It's pretty bad. But those of you who have a good roof over your head and a warm bed, you better thank the Father, because there's a lot of people out there that ain't got it and that ain't going to have it. There's a lot of people that are falling right out of the middle class. They ain't got it no more. And they're suffering hard. Because the system that once enabled them will no longer enable them. The people that enable people and their poor choices and decisions, they're not going to have the money anymore to bail you out. You know, it's amazing. The most arrogant, prideful people that I know are people that ain't got no damn job, have an entitlement mentality, and think that everybody owes them something simply because they exist. It's a sickening thing. And then you got people enabling these people. But guess what? The beautiful thing about it is that people gonna start saying, well, hey, if I give to you, what about me and mine? That's what people gonna start saying. That's what the people gonna start doing. They're gonna say, well, shit, man, I look at all that. That was from a tornado. All the trees that are there. That happened a year ago. But you see, as that continues to take place, people are going to be like, hey, I ain't got it. Do right. See, it's going to force people into doing right or suffer the consequences of continuing to do wrong. That's what it's going to do. And we need that. You know, a lot of people, you know, we just fed up. We're just fed up of all of the bailouts and the entitlement. And it's done nothing but destroy society. You can't even find people to work with. You can't even, everybody wants to get rich quick scheme. Nobody wants to put their hand to the plow. Or people want to front like they're putting their hands to the plow. You know, the things that I see on Facebook are just really sickening. It's really pathetic. But this is what you got. Stop enabling these people. And for the enablers, hey, you want to chopping block yourself. You better read the story about the 5 wise and the 5 foolish. Because you got foolish people helping out other foolish people. Thinking that they blessed because one fool helping out another. Well, the scripture said, the blind lead the blind, and they both fall into the ditch. And this is what we're saying. We're seeing people fall into this economic ditch that they cannot pull themselves out of. You got other people that's on their way in this economic ditch. I always say all the time, is your situation economically stronger than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? And a lot of people, I say, well, friends and family, they say no. But they still doing the same dumb shit. You can't help a repo make mind like that. You can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And that's the beautiful thing, because you're not going to be able to ignore reality. The reality of the situation is coming full steam. Get ready, America. $3, $4, $5 a gallon gas is here. The strategic oil reserves have been pumped dry. And let me tell you, man, it's getting pretty bad for those who are unprepared for this situation. What people are doing now is they're just getting by. They're just living paycheck to paycheck. They're just living small crisis to small crisis. When the vast majority of people is one flat tire, one transmission failure, one alternator away from the streets. One heating and cooling blowout from being cold because they ain't got money to fix it. They ain't got money to address the issue. And this is why I say again in conclusion, real skills, real friends, real assets. Because see, if you have real skills, you're able to address things on the fly. I didn't know that my bladder tank was going to blow and I had to replace all that stuff. But it cost $450 to replace all that stuff and material. But I had the real skills to fix it. I have the real assets because I have the real skills. And doing, being a carpenter and a handyman, I have the infrastructure and the ability and tools to fix it. You see? I had the components necessary to address the issue. And a lot of people, you're seeing it right now on Facebook. You're seeing it right now on YouTube. People running into problems and they cannot address the issue. And so they come to you. Like I said, like this. Like this. Hat in hand. Begging you for money. It really is pathetic. Especially when you have married men that's charged to provide for their families. A bunch of damn infidels that can't even provide for their own house but claiming that they're a man. It's sad. But we have so few real men out here. And the vast majority of these cats is fronting. How you gonna have a growing family and no freaking job, no real skills, no real no real business to take care of this family? This is a sick mind. We live in, people are just sick. And totally and thoroughly convinced that they're somebody and they're doing something. And the real men look at this dumb shit. Look at this fool. Look at this idiot. You can't even fix so much as a damn doorknob. It's a shame. But this is what they're linking up with today. Losers and pimps and hustlers. We said over and over again, the trashy women are going to link up with the trashy men, and the real quality women are going to link up with the real quality men. That's what's going to happen. That's what we're going to see happen. Because these people, they're not doing well. And it's coming out more and more. The lack of dignity and self-respect for somebody to get up and front like they somebody when they're really nothing. But that's Western society and Western culture for you. What we're going to need is a good old-fashioned reset. We're going to need $5, $10 gallon gas to get people to wake up and get in line, because that's what's going to be needed. And that cannot be fabricated. It cannot be circumvented. It ain't nothing but the truth. For those who are getting it done, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay motivated, keep a positive mental attitude, network with real people with real skills and real assets, and develop real friendships. You'll just be fine. Don't worry about it. Do you honestly think I'm worried about $5 gallon gas? Hell no. Because a wise man foresees the evil and he prepares his house. Are you prepared?